versus the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about. Versus the world. We don't fuck around. If we did, we found out we are drunks. Versus the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Alcoholics versus the Earth.
Close. You know, you're close.
That's the PG.
Yeah.
The PG title.
Politically correct version.
I don't know if that's technically politically correct, because then wouldn't it be alcohol dependent individuals
Yes.
versus every other person on the planet of Earth?
Yeah. It's too long, though, if you do it that way.
So we'll just do drunks versus the world.
Yep. This is Drunks versus the World.
All right.
It works
I'm-
for me.
Your host, Justin.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm the host, Jason.
You are the host.
The hostess with the leastest.
Yep, that's true. I don't have shit.
That's what they're saying online about you.
Duh. Well, and I'm still waiting for that check to fucking go through, you know, for... Never mind.
You're getting paid for this?
No.
Wouldn't that be something if he was getting...
That'd be crazy.
Oh, yeah, we're not making any money, guys.
I start counting out hundreds.
Just fucking driving around in a Rolls Royce.
Yeah. Where did you get that? Well, you know.
Yeah, I blew a lot of guys. And Diddy said that the check was going to go through, so...
Fucking Diddy.
That fucking moron. So, Justin, we're going to start with you this week, like we usually do. How was your week?
That wasn't good.
What was it,
These
bad?
fucking allergies I got, man. It's the worst it's ever been.
Dude, last night mine were bad. Like, my eyes were... I woke up this morning. I woke up like 6 times. My eyes were fucking glued shut from my allergies.
Yep, itchy eyes, itchy throat, fucking sneezing. It's getting a little bit better now.
Itchy
but
dick.
Itchy dick.
Yeah.
Well, as a modern day Adonis, I have no allergies.
Wow.
I am a
Adonis.
perfect specimen
Wow.
of
Well, you
human.
got glasses. So you're not perfect. You can't
That's
see.
just because I just
It's
want
purely
to look.
cosmetic.
It's a fashion statement.
Exactly.
Purely cosmetic.
I see.
Wow.
And I have to wear
I
them to
mean,
drive.
What about
That's
No, before you say...
this is an evolutionary thing.
Okay.
Okay. This
True, because if you don't have the hair on top, so when he gets hot, he sweats more and it'll cool him off more compared to the people with hair.
I see. That makes sense.
I see. All right.
no, I'm evolving, or I am part of an evolutionary advance that is evolving beyond the need for simple things like hair. Okay.
That's a nice way to spin that. Yeah.
I'm calling bullshit, but whatever. I think you're a fucking liar, but
Unfortunately, also, evolution requires on passing your seed down to subsequent generations.
hey, you spread it like 3-4 times.
There might be.
There
something
could
out
be
there.
there could be a little me out there. I don't know. I hope not.
Dude,
Yeah.
wait till they'll show up at like 17 and then they're like, you owe me 17 years of back support. You're fucked.
Wait, can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Yep. And then you'll have to pay that fucking back support back until that. So if that child decided to go to college, then you owe child support till they're like 23, I think. And he'll owe that back support, and it gains interest. And when
Are you serious?
Oh fuck yeah!
There was someone that, and I don't know what state that this happened in because this is just atrocious, but that they had donated sperm years ago because they needed money, and then 15 years later, the child sought them out through DNA shit, and then they ended up having to pay child support, even though
Yeah, that's where there's more than just that. That's about the whole child
There's
support
got to be you'd think there'd be a
is
law that
flawed.
says if you don't know of the child or nobody knows.
It goes state by state, dude.
Yeah.
It goes state by state. Like the only thing in North Dakota that and maybe it is in other states, but in North Dakota, like if I wanted to have my child support, say at one point I was making $60,000 a year and I was paying my child support. Mm-hmm. And then say a year later or 2 years later, I lost that job and I was only making $35,000 a year. I could request a review through and they'll be like, okay, well, we see that you are making less. Yes, I'm making $25,000 a year less. And so legally, I shouldn't say legally, but the judge should turn around and go, okay, we're going to drop it down.
So in that situation with the 17, they just find out it's not a one-time payment.
No, they'll take it. No, you'll. So how it should work out is that you make your monthly payment, your monthly child support payment, which you can do it every 2 weeks or every month. And then there should be, you could actually go and be like, here's the situation. How much can I make payments on? So if you say it's $500 a month for your child support, and then they figure it's $500 a month for 17 years. What's that? 50,
So it'd be
8,500.
8,500, yeah.
Okay, so in 17 years, it'd be 85,000.
1,000, yeah.
So you take that 85,000, say, okay, I can't afford that right away. Okay, well, what can you add on top of your monthly child support? They'll be like, say, $250. So you'll be paying $750 a month until that child is like 23 years old and done with college, until that $85,000 is taken care of.
Yep.
I would just take out a $100,000 life insurance policy on myself and then die. That's what I would do.
Well, and the thing is, I mean, if a situation like that comes up, shame on the mother for fucking going after 17 years when obviously you knew I was the father and you didn't tell him, and then the child came and found me. Fuck you.
Yep.
Yep.
And when you donate sperm, sorry, that should just be someone that receives your sperm should have to agree that there's no.
Yes.
You can't go after.
Right.
Like you're going into this knowing that
you're not getting
the
any
biological
payments from
father
the
is not
yeah.
in the picture.
Yep.
Right. Exactly. And that's where the part of the child support situations per state is very flawed. There's a lot of shit that's very flawed.
Yeah.
Like, I believe that if they say with my kids, when I was paying child support, I believe that the state and myself should require receipts for what was paid for that child.
Yeah, because child support is supposed to be
For the
just
child,
for the.
not for the mother.
Yep, the mother should not spend any of that on
Itemized
any
list
kind
of
of
all this
personal
shit.
expenses.
Yep.
I seen this fucking thing where this dude was paying child support, and it was caught on, like, the guy, it was either a text message or whatever it was, but anyway, he recorded this and he found out that he was like, your child support's late, I need to get my nails done. And he recorded this shit.
Yep, that's a perfect thing.
And they turned around and they're like, oh, really? They awarded custody to that father, and that mother was forced to pay back every day.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I do agree, though. Like, all the money for child support should go into an account specific towards, it's for the kids or whatever, for their expenses. And then everything that you pay out of that account should be itemized, like you said, or the receipts should be saved. And then once the kid is 18, if there's money left in that account, they get it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I have a claim right now. I shouldn't probably talk about this on the air, but
No,
And what company do you work for? What's the claim number?
And what's the
policy number?
Yeah.
Where do they live?
We need to know the name of the insurer.
Yeah, everything. It was a fire. Cause of the loss of the reason for the fire is undetermined, but I'm pretty sure it was drugs. But they're agreed to pay it, so they gave him $15,000 just for additional living for hotels and shit. This happened about 2 months ago. She submitted me all these receipts. They added up to like $5,000 that she spent thus far just off her receipts. But she's telling me she ran out of money.
Out of the
like, there's no fucking way.
15,000?
And my conspiracy theory is one of the hotels she's staying at is the Shooting Star Casino.
Oh, yeah.
And it says even on the list, on the itemized hotel receipt, comp room. The only way you get a comp room
Is if you're
spending some
gambling.
money. Yeah.
and she's fucking gaslighting me, saying, "No, you told me I didn't have to save the receipts," and no, I didn't, lady.
Yeah. If I told you not to save the receipts, why did you send me receipts?
Yeah, I have notes in my file
You know what?
saying, "Save your receipts."
You should tell her that you'll contact the or the casino
Yeah, we did.
for for surveillance footage if necessary
Yeah,
and
just
things
to
like
collect
that.
all the-
Yep.
yeah.
Do you record your callings?
No.
Your phone calls? You should. And tell them
I
before
think
that.
you have to tell them before.
Yeah.
if you do,
It
but-
depends on the or on the state.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I know in North Dakota they do tell you
Okay. Some states are like single person consent. Others, you have.
but just
both
to
have know.
cover your ass, you should say, "Hey, just let you know before this conversation goes any further, this call is being recorded."
Yeah,
I'm serious.
I don't know what corporate would say if that would be allowed or not.
Well, I bet you they'd fucking be pumped
I don't know.
knowing that.
There might be some
That's-
legal ramifications there.
I don't know why, because so if a bill collector calls me, they tell me that this call is being recorded.
Yeah.
Or a customer service.
Yeah.
But there may be a rule about lying about that too. Like if
But
it's
if you-
not
no.
actually being recorded.
No, that's what
then-
I'm saying, though. If he's actually recording it, then you make sure that you tell him.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
you
yeah.
need their permission too.
right.
Yeah, but if they're not recording it, I think telling them that it is could be seen as coercive in some
Yeah.
way. Like,
Well, I don't know, because so in your situation, Justin, with this person, and say, hey, just let you know this, and you should do it at the beginning of like at the beginning of a new claim, and you just say, hey, right, they're calling you up, say, I need to place a claim. Say, okay, well, one moment here, just to
Yep.
let you know that this call is going to be recorded.
Yep.
And you start your recording, and then at that point, if they pulled like what she's saying, you could be like, listen, bitch.
I mean, we do have a diary of all our claims.
Right.
I do have a note in the diary saying notified the insured to save receipts.
So you documented
date
everything.
stamped.
why don't we just go to the casino and
check it out?
see if she's
Just
there?
see it.
And then
Well, I
if
don't know
she
what she
is,
looks like. I haven't
Oh,
met
you
her,
haven't.
but I haven't
I thought
actually
you
met
went
her,
to
yeah.
like look at the house or whatever.
I did look at the house, but I didn't.
So
meet
just
her.
look for the skinniest girl with no teeth. Chances are, if she's a meth head, then you know why.
But I was just thinking, is there any other scenario where a casino would comp a room? Maybe they've been there a lot in the past, even before this fight.
Normally,
thing, but-
as far as I know, is if you're either spending or winning a lot of money.
Yep.
Yep.
Because if you're comped for your room and you won a ton, that's the least amount of money you have to pay. Because
And they want you to stay so that they can
you get
win
their
it
money back. Yep.
Yep. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.
They're
On
not going
next
to give her more
episode.
money if the receipts don't add up to what they've already given her.
On the next episode of Justin's Life at Work sucks.
Yep.
Well, and it'd be so easy to, that when they comp a room, they're putting notes into like that hotel booking or
You
whatever
would think
about
so. Yep.
their, it's gambling, you
Right.
know,
Right.
stuff like that. So
Yep. And even like $15,000 in 2 months. Come on.
15,000.
I mean, like, even if you get a hotel every night, which
it's-
she wasn't, she was staying with friends too.
Well, if you depending on how long you're staying, you get a room. A lot of times they'll give you a discount even if you're going to be in there for long enough. So, hey, Lucas, how was your week?
My week sucked
Oh,
because I had to go to work and shit.
okay.
I didn't do anything this week again. I have like 2 weeks in a row where I've done no work
Well, that's a pretty good work week then.
because I'm just fucking
better.
over it.
Still, his job is still worse than mine.
Yeah.
But you are going to be so. his office is moving like 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing this week. I found that out first thing on Monday. And the move is going to happen over basically by August 1st, we have to be moved in.
Right.
Which is a much shorter timeline than I was expecting.
All right. Well, the wife already told you that, hey, fuck you, you can't come over for lunch.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is on Google Maps, it claims there's a Subway at that corner.
On that corner?
On that corner. There's no fucking Subway there. It's an apartment building and and like an office building.
I mean, there's a Subway close by.
Yeah.
But
But
shit, you got a lot of options for fucking lunch.
Subway.
It's going to be closer to my lunch options.
Well, there's actually 2 Subways. We got the one down on 32nd connected to the truck stop.
Yep.
And then you got the one that's actually over on 45th across from the Hoo Hot and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
And then I've got Chipotle is over there. Even Pancheros is so much closer.
Yeah,
than,
it's just if they have
This is a
chicken,
good deal. This is a good thing for
Yeah.
Yeah.
you. You gotta stop going to Subway, man.
I do it because it's like the healthiest fast food that you can get.
Oh.
Look, I got high cholesterol. Apparently, that's a thing. You can have
thought you were a
cholesterol
perfect
that's
specimen.
too high.
Yeah. No, he said cosmetically.
Yeah, cosmetically.
Internally,
I'm a disaster
mess.
case,
You are
okay?
fucked.
The fact that I survived to 42 years old is a miracle in itself. So,
true. Keep getting Chipotle. Keep getting Chipotle and not bringing any
Just
for Emma.
playing
You're
with
going to
house
find
money
out
here.
how unhealthy you're going to be.
yeah.
So this week I didn't do shit like usual.
Nothing?
No. Nope. But we had a nice week though. Played a lot of helldivers as
A
usual.
lot of helldivers.
I was thinking we got to be in like the top 10% of just a faction playing together, like amount of time.
I bet you were
Probably.
close.
Like,
But the thing is though, there's a lot of guys out there that will strictly only game with each other.
true.
The clans, they will.
Yeah, that is true. But I do think that most of the helldivers community, the top end,
with random.
it's just people that join random.
Yeah. Well, look at Cullen.
Yep. That's
All
how he
random
did
people.
it. So he was playing nothing but helldive difficulty almost from the very beginning.
Yeah.
As soon as he could.
And I see, yeah, I could see that. I don't think it really. How would you have? I guess, yeah. I suppose when he started off, then he was like, okay, look for group, got in
Yep.
there, and this is the highest you're available to get into.
Exactly. Yep.
And then once that was unlocked, then he went to the next and next and next.
Yeah.
Because the guy fucking had those levels so fast.
Mm-hmm. And when you're on helldive difficulty, it's if you do all the side missions and the heavy nests, you'll get like 2,400 experience.
Right.
I mean, it just depends on how long it took you.
Because we finally unlocked it, and we haven't even tried it yet.
I think we can do it.
We haven't even tried the one above.
We did.
No, we
Second,
did.
right?
We
Yep,
did
we did an
Impossible
Impossible the other night.
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
And we actually fucking got out.
Yep.
I don't.
Because there
When
was.
I was playing with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried it. I said, "Hey, Impossible's
that's
unlocked. You
right.
want to try?" We had to, because we had to do 3 fucking missions to unlock Helldive.
Yep. And it was fairly smooth for us.
That's right.
And that's
way
with-
better than that fucking hard mission
Yeah.
me and you did. God damn it!
And we're doing this right now as a 3-man group.
Most of them, those people are doing 4.
Right. And the game currently is spawning enemies as if there's 4 players, no matter what.
So-
Well, no, so they decided that they are changing the spawn rate
Yes.
for single players, single player dives.
I just saw the thing the other day. They're reverting it to what it was previously
Good.
entirely. So it'll be.
If that's the case, then we
got
should be all
a
right.
lot of complaints then.
Yep. And they recognize that actually, their fix made it worse,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice.
Not to act like pussies about the game, but Jesus Christ, when you're just because we're a squad of 3, I mean, how many players out there are actually in a full fucking group unless they're going in as solos and looking for group.
Yeah.
You know, how many actual squads are there that got less than 4 like us? There's 3. You know, we talked about your brother joining us, and we haven't seen him on there forever.
I don't think he's played in a while.
And then we had that guy that Lucas knows from the bar. We've had Colin 2 or 3 different times.
He's burned out on it, but that's because he would play it every night
All
for
the
like
time.
6 hours.
Yeah. And then we've had like a couple of randos because we accidentally clicked in the wrong.
But the very few times I've done it with 3 other randoms, it's just messy.
Yeah.
It's people doing their own thing, throwing
That's-
shit, and then
That's
you go
basically
online
what it
and-
is if you join random squads, just be prepared to go off and do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like everyone does their own thing. It does work out though, because I've done a couple and
But if you're doing that, then you should be prepared to. I mean, what are you going to do depending on the level you're on when you just get over fucking whelmed? It's not. I mean,
It probably happens.
I mean, when we fucking got into extreme the first time, when it was just me and Lucas, there was a time where the game kicked us both out or put us in different instances, like happened to me and you, and we're running our asses off, and the game. You fucking ran more than you actually did fight. Mm-hmm. You know, and you were launching fucking supplies as far away as you can just so you could hurry up and get some so you could throw some more grenades and shit to clear up the herd that's coming at you.
Yep.
You know?
yeah, and again, I say it all the time. A lot of it just comes down to the fact that it's so much easier to play with mouse and keyboard that
Yep.
there's a lot of people that are they bitch about, oh, stop complaining about, oh, it's too hard or the balance, this, that. Well, yeah, because you play with a mouse and keyboard, you have
Their tab
so
button.
much more control over aiming,
movement
and movement.
Well, the chances are they can hit tab and it auto aims. Because that's how a lot of fucking FPS games and on PC work. All you do is hit tab. After you fucking killed that one, hit tab again, and it just auto aims.
Tab shoot, tab shoot, tab shoot.
Yep,
Well-
pretty much.
And specifically, I think the biggest advantage is with a mouse, you can make much more precise aiming gestures. Like you can turn different directions at whatever speed you want just by, I just move the mouse a little faster or a little slower. On a controller, it's very like, okay, if I move the controller this far, I'll turn this fast. A little farther, I'll turn this fast. It's way harder to get that left, right, up, down aiming correct.
Well, see, that's why I think that they do the tab aim. Tab, and they're right on it, you know? Because on PC, you have a hell of a lot more options to change how the game is played and how you play the game through PC than you do through console, because you're limited. Now, you can get like a mouse and keyboard setup for your PlayStation to do it, but I don't know how well the difference is.
From what I've read, because I've looked into it, it's not fully supported right now.
Right.
You can get it, so you'll be able to use the mouse to, like, I don't remember what it was. You can either use it to look up and down or left and right. It doesn't give you full control.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm at the point now to where there's only a couple of games I could probably play on PC. Right now, everything is strictly fucking
PS
console.
Yeah.
Console.
I like console just because I can sit in my recliner and...
Yep.
Well, you can go get
Lay
one
down.
of those. You can go get one of those fucking like $20,000 setups that look like a scorpion.
Yeah.
And it has the monitor set up and
Those
you
things-
can lean back.
Like what's his face on Grandma's Boy?
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried to pitch one of those
work?
at work for, you know what? This would be a much
We'd
more...
be very much more
Yeah, a
productive.
much-
I
more
would get a
productive
lot of more
setup.
shit done.
Didn't work.
No, I didn't think it would. I didn't really think it would. No, you know, so ever since we started playing that game, we have mentioned it every week. So we should see if they'll fucking
all right.
throw us some
Throw some war
merch.
bonds.
Yeah, throw some war bonds.
1,000 war bonds.
Throw me some soup. Give me some super creds.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
easy, harder
No
to
shit.
get than war bonds.
Yep.
That's another thing about the war bonds that I don't mind. The reason I don't mind buying them when they come out is, okay, yes, they're $10 technically in super credits, but each one has 300 super credits that you can purchase with medals.
Yeah.
So that right there is a $3 discount.
Yeah.
No, say that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, technically.
Yeah, because you spend 12 war bonds and you get 100 super credits back. So
Oh, you mean in war bond?
on the war bond, each page
Yeah.
has super credits.
Except
that you
for
can
the
buy.
last one. The last one you have to pay like fucking 32 and you get
Yeah.
like 100.
Yeah, but even still, like you're buying it with medals, which you earn in game, so it's free. So
I'm getting
technically, that's $1 worth of super credits back.
I think right now I'm at the point where I can literally spend my war bonds on the super creds, and next month I won't have to fucking deal with buying.
That's what I did.
You know?
Yeah, by the time the next war bond comes out, we should have enough super credits.
Yeah, because right now I think I'm sitting at like 350. If I went in and started buying buying the super creds, I think by the time the next one comes out in like 3 weeks, well, I'll have more than enough, and I won't have to spend the $10. So, but that's a really cool feature I do love about this game is that you can have that opportunity to get those war bonds
Yeah,
without
having to
spending
spend
actual
real
money.
money.
Yep.
So it's not really a pay to play game.
Yep. I'm looking forward to when they inevitably reach Super Earth and we have to fight in Super
Yes.
Earth. It's going to happen.
And
Yeah.
there's I've seen some people speculating who are way more well versed in the lore of the
Yeah.
whole universe that the final faction might actually be human rebels that are fighting
Oh.
against, because lore wise there's a faction that is like
Pro bot, pro fucking.
just in like an anti-fascist like they think that Earth is a dictatorship, basically an authoritarian dictatorship, and so they're fighting against them. And
Well, they're also saying that the
It'd be cool if you could join them. You had the option of joining them in the
see,
game.
that would be if they were ever going to put PvP into the game.
Yeah.
They could do it with that faction, and just if you never want to touch it, then you don't.
Yeah, if you're gonna play on fucking, so if you decide, we're gonna go fight on Super Earth, it'll give you the option PvP or PvE.
Yeah,
And then
so
you go
either
PvE.
Yeah, you either fight against bugs or bots or Illuminates, and then otherwise, yeah, if you want to do PvP, you
Isn't
fight-
there another one other than the Super Earth? There's like bugs, bots, Illuminates. Isn't there another one?
There is on the original Helldivers, but I'm not sure what it is.
No, the Illuminates is apparently supposed to be showing up rather soon.
Yeah.
And that's also because, and then also that super, what is it, that Swarm Master or
the
some
Swarm Lord, the
Yes.
Hive Lord, or whatever.
Yeah. Because they say that the reasons why we see like carcasses with just bones and then fucked up like trucks and vehicles like that are clues that this Swarm Lord is going to be showing up soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they say that's a precursor to the Illuminates. So
Do you guys ever go into where it says interact and reads a little note? That really doesn't.
What do you
No,
mean?
You would think it would mean something.
yeah,
It really
I wish
doesn't,
that there
though.
was
some
something.
significance about it.
Yep.
what do you mean?
Like if you go to like a radar station and you approach like something that says interact and it'll have a little note
Yeah,
saying
it's like-
this is
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick up this ammo box here, but there's this thing that I keep interacting with.
Yeah.
It's like, go the fuck away.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
it'll say some lore thing. Or,
Yeah, it's just flavor text, but
Yeah.
in a 40-minute mission, you don't have time to sit
No,
and
you
read
don't.
that. Like,
You
no.
Right.
You're not giving me something. I don't want to fucking hear about it.
Or
Yeah.
even like that happens with the forklifts too.
Yep.
You can like
Yeah.
what's
Give me the fucking, if you're going to interact with it, let me drive the motherfucker.
Exactly.
I'll
You should be
shove
able to
that thing-
drive that right into a charger and like
Lift 'em up.
the tongs like pierce right through them.
Yeah.
And then you hit the turbocharge, you fly. Oh, wait, never. That's getting weird. No, I get it. I love the game. Game is so much fucking fun.
I would love it. What's the name of the company that?
Arrowhead.
Yeah, we should work for Arrowhead.
Well, see, that's fine. I'm going to send some emails up. Be like, hey, we mentioned you on our podcast.
We could be the official Helldivers podcast.
That would be sweet.
If they did that, we'd have to fucking literally give the whole hour to them, which is
Oh, yeah.
we
That's what
could.
we kind of already do.
Right. Because, right now,
I'll do it. 3 of us.
my Rolls Royce is coming in. Just let you guys know. Don't be worried about where I got the money from.
$75,000 each per year. I'll do it.
I
That's
like-
only
fuck yeah.
$225,000.
If you got
for that.
$75,000 a year, you wouldn't be working and you wouldn't be working.
Oh no, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like that would be my only
That's
thing
your
that I
job.
did.
But
is-
after a while, we'd have to fucking
It's all right.
we'd have to fucking tape our eyes open because they burn so bad from.
I mean, we wouldn't be playing it all the time. Like we would still play it like we do, but the podcast would be just. It's the official
some
Helldivers
recordings.
podcast.
Dedicate a little bit more time. Our work days would be.
You know, I've been thinking about one of these days without even telling you guys to actually fucking record one of our missions.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a way to where I could actually pull it out and then put it on.
Yeah.
And just be like, then to extract just the audio from it. Mm-hmm. And then just be like, because it'd be a condensed fucking version. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it'd be all right.
Be all right.
I think before, or maybe you. I don't think you were there at the time. Yeah, because it was yesterday. It was just me and you playing, Jason. I was telling Jason, I wonder what my neighbor thinks when she's out on her front step smoking a cigarette,
You're
and I'm playing
yelling.
Helldivers, and I flip my mic up to mute it, and I just go, fuck! I just yell,
what's
just
he
get
doing
it,
in there?
just to get it out of my. She must think like I'm
guy's
murdering
crazy.
people.
Is this the same neighbor that her husband is in air quotes missing? You haven't seen him for a while?
Yeah, but I think she doesn't even live there anymore. I think it must be her mom that moved in. I know that her mom used to live in like Florida or something. She had health problems. So I think after what's his name kicked the bucket, then
He did pass away.
I don't know. I assume so.
So have you noticed any 6-foot holes in her backyard?
No,
Are you sure?
But she has a lot of shovels.
a lot of shovels.
So many shovels.
And like 50 pounds of lye laying around.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get down to business here.
Let's get down to business.
Down to brass tacks.
Brass tacks.
Nasty fucking habits.
Helldivers.
Quite the habit, but that's not a bad.
That's a
habit.
hobby.
good habit.
Yeah.
That's a hobby.
That's
Really,
a hobby.
anything could be a bad habit.
Right.
Yes.
So, Justin, do you have bad habits?
Oh, all of them.
Like,
There's 176 on this page. I have about 150 of them.
okay, so what is one habit that you, like, what do you say, a family member or a friend or somebody would not want to point out, but thinking, what the fuck?
Smoking.
Weed or the
Both.
both? Okay. Okay.
Not that I only do it when I drink, but
Which one?
smoking
Both.
cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes, not the other one.
Not the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Pookie?
I mean, technically, I guess if weed is a bad habit, then yes, I do that.
There's benefits to it, though.
Alcohol is definitely more of a bad habit.
Yeah.
What? I got quite a few.
It's a fun bad habit, though. It makes me feel good.
Masturbation. Is that a bad habit?
Sure, it can be.
I don't think it's a bad habit. I think that's a necessary habit.
Porn addiction is.
That is a bad habit.
Dude, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I knew this chick back in Willis, and she was a friend of my sister's and she was beautiful. Beautiful woman. And one of the first times I met her, she was telling us this story about she was still married, but not happily. Because her husband had a porn habit. She's like, I haven't gotten laid in a year. I was like, hello?
How much porn do you have to watch for it to be a bad habit?
I don't know.
When you start believing that the things that you see in porn are like normal sexual things,
Donkey shows aren't?
that's when it's a bad
That's
habit.
a bad habit.
I think
Where do you
when
draw the line?
I think when watching porn is a bad habit is if you're starting to what's the word, neglect your loved one, like your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, where you would rather go and jerk off to a fucking porno instead of bang your wife.
If you're single, you can still have a bad habit. Porn. If you just watch too much.
Well, if you walk, if somebody walks into your fucking house that you invited over, and you're sitting there fucking balls deep into a fucking anal granny's 29, then that is a bad habit.
Hey, that's an exception. Anal granny's 29 is.
By the
classic.
way, I'll bring your copy back.
I prefer 26, but 29.
That was 26
good,
was a good one.
There was one major plot hole in 26 that I couldn't
But it was
get
black
past.
and it was about 8 inches wide.
Not enough anal.
Yeah, how can you not have enough anal grannies? 29?
Not enough
Much foreplay.
Not enough
anal.
grannies.
A gangbang at the old folks' home.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steel Panther. No,
Good song. Check it out.
I guess I smoke, I drink. I got a lot of bad habits myself. I mean, who doesn't? Like I said.
You
I'll
bite
tell
your
you-
nails?
Huh?
Bite your nails?
No, I don't, because I don't have fucking enough teeth. Thanks a lot for bringing that up.
Wow,
butthole.
Jesus.
Bringing that up.
That's an off limits topic. We agreed.
Whoa!
We
Right.
agreed to that on day one.
This isn't the roast that you don't want to
Roast
do.
of Jason. All those nails looking, Jason. Oh, that's right. You can't bite them because you have no teeth.
No, but I do grab, get out in the corner and I'll tear them. But when I was a kid, I used to have this bad habit of really fucking with my cuticles to where they'd bleed. And you'd be able to see it, right? And my grandmother used to just look at my finger or my hands all, Jason, you need to quit that, because you'd see right in the corner where dried blood there. And then, and so what she would do is that she bought me the shit that would go over the top of it to loosen them up. I was like, that's going to make it harder for me not to pick at it. And I'd sit there with my corner of my thumb and I'd just fuck with my cuticles.
Yeah.
But now they're not bad anymore. So
Some of the grossest, the worst TV you'll ever see is Intervention.
oh yeah.
Some of the shit, not just with the drugs, but you'll see episodes. I saw one where the lady couldn't stop eating the cushion out of her couches. Or even the hoarders.
But see, I don't think that's a habit. I think that's
It's a compulsion.
yeah.
That's true.
So what do we got?
I'll tell you a bad habit. And again, this may not.
Upper decking your friends is.
Oh, that's a hilarious.
I've done it a couple times. Not you guys, but to some
Can't
people.
stop.
Actually, and this isn't even as much a habit as it is a behavior, which is just procrastination.
Oh, yeah.
I am the worst procrastinator, or the best procrastinator. Okay,
I know
Depending
a
on
couple.
how you look at it.
I know a couple others that are pretty bad at it too.
I'm
not too bad with that.
Depending on what it is, to be honest with you, I mean, if it's something that I need to do right away, then I'll get on top. But if it's something that I know that there's no fucking rush to it, I'm like, eh.
Right. Yep.
for me when it's stuff that I have to do, it just makes it worse. I'll just keep putting it off till the very last moment because it's just stressful.
Oh,
for
like
me.
fixing the fucking
my dryer.
Yeah,
And
a year and a half later.
What about your taxes? Did you?
taxes I'll do right away because
want
it's
that money.
easy.
Yeah.
I go on hrblock.com and just import my shit and go. But with procrastinating, it's
But one of my worst fucking bad habits that I hate from other people is when they eat with their mouth open.
yeah.
yes.
Fucking hate that. One of the first times I was out with Kelly, it was just me and her, and we were at the windbreak, and we went next door to the Huddle House to get some breakfast before I went home, and there was a group of kids that were in their fucking early 20s, and there was this guy sitting there, bag of chips from next door at the gas station, and I was like, And I just remember Kelly keeps reminding me of this. I was drunk as fuck, and I just, why don't you chew louder, you fucking pig? And I fucking hate it.
Yeah. Oh, it's gross.
Ugh.
So the second one on this list,
What was
maybe
the
I'm
first
just
one?
stupid. Swearing.
No, that's a good habit. It actually, I think it is. It's proven to reduce stress levels.
Swear. Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. When I'm stressed, I cuss more. So
Exactly.
But
That- 'cause
it releases.
that helps reduce the stress.
Yeah.
all right, okay, gotcha.
So fuck this list.
Fuck let's fuck this list.
Trichotillomania.
What the hell? Okay, so
Tricho, is that something to do with holes? Or
but that's a phobia.
yeah, tricho something phobia I thought was with like little holes or cavernous.
Well, see,
Hair pulling.
Oh, hair pulling.
that's the thing. Isn't that a?
That's
They're
more for-
afraid of it.
No, it's a bad habit.
Oh,
I think
That's
that's
more for
okay.
women.
yeah,
think.
that's I think more of a female stress thing where they like
oh yeah.
constantly pulling or like
See, every
running their
once in a while,
hands.
I'll-
through
You
their
ever
do
pull
that
on
shit.
your beard?
Yep.
Do you?
I do it in my hair.
when
I'll
I'm
go like this, and then I'll look, and I'll have the hair pulled out.
yeah, when I'm sitting at work and like really digging into something, I'm either like
Yeah.
squeezing my forehead with my fingers or I'll pull on my beard. Like I'll just sit and tug at it.
Fucking jerking off. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Jerking your fucking jerk that hair, Lucas.
What
Jerk
about
it.
emotional shopping, or just online shopping? in
You know?
general?
I
don't really have that problem.
Kelly fucking.
neither.
I'll sit at home and I'll go on the Facebook Marketplace and be like, "Hey, look at this! Hey, look at that!" And I'll send it to Kelly. She always sends me, "Quit shopping." Mm-hmm. No, didn't say I'm gonna buy it. But
Yeah, I don't do emotional shopping so much. It's
I don't either.
I'm actually probably less likely to do any kind of major purchase or not. Wouldn't even go so far as to say major, but
see, for you, to me, just knowing you go from one when it comes to something like buying or shopping, something like that. You're on both ends. There's no
Yep.
happy medium for you. You either like.
it's true. I'm either like hyper fixated on shit, I'm spending too much money. I don't know how much I have. Like I'm gonna lose all my money. I'm gonna be poor. To like, oh shit, I got plenty of spare money now, and
Yeah.
I go crazy. And,
Well, I mean, just like when that time we went camping,
yeah,
you went and bought that fucking tent. How much was that tent?
that was like a 225 or something.
And it was like it looked like a fucking cocoon.
It's one of the like top backpacking tents.
Right.
It's small, so if you're hiking, you can just
You can put it on
every
your
day. Yeah, it's meant to be taken down and put up every day.
But but then you seen the size of my tent.
yeah,
I was like, I think it was
How
a
much did that cost?
I bought it used for $100.
that was,
Anyway, here's what's funny. The
Yeah.
guy wanted $180 for it. This is a funny story. And I texted him. I said, dude, 180. He goes, well, I paid 200 for it new, and I only used it once. I was like, but it's still technically used. He goes, whatever. Don't buy it. I was like, all right. 20 minutes later, he sends me a message. He goes, if you can be here in 5 minutes, I'll sell it to you for $100. I said, what's your address? And no shit, the fucking address was right across the street. I walked I drove the truck right over there. I said, I'm here. No way. Gave him $100, took the tent, and I talked to the guy. He goes, where do you live? I said, right across the street. He goes, fuck. But yeah, $100 for that tent. And we put all of our shit in it at night. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I woke up and I was like, there's room. I could stand up. There's lights in that motherfucker. It was just good. It was a hell of a good
It's a
deal.
nice tent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the little tent just because it's so easy to put up.
Yeah.
It
But it was
literally
harder for
is.
you to get in and out of it.
That's because the air mattress I got is too big.
Yeah.
I need
get
to
so
get.
claustrophobic in that.
I would too. I just looked at that thing and I was like, there's no fucking way.
See, I don't mind it. When it comes to sleeping in a tent, I'm fine either way. Like, if it's a really small tent, I feel cozy and
Yeah.
you know, like a cat in a box.
But
you know?
how hard was it for you to get up and go to pee those nights?
That was tough.
Just slither out
But that's
of there.
because I should have slept with my head towards the opening.
Oh, you.
I would just crawl in because I wanted to be.
So did you try to slide out feet first?
Yeah, so I would have to like kind of
Work your
sit
way
up
around.
and
Yeah.
turn around, but
Oh, I had my tablet or the laptop going with TV going on because I have to have that.
oh yeah, I was listening to Family Guy that.
I had the
whole
little
night.
fan going on, and I was
Yeah, the fan is key.
I was set. I'm like, no, that's a good tent. But anyway, so what else we got?
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, just
Devices in general, just phone, iPad. I kind of have that problem a little bit.
I do.
Sometimes I'll just be on my iPad or phone, and it'll be like, Jesus, I've been on this thing for an hour. I need to do something else.
Well,
Only an hour?
Well, it is a long time.
I read a lot of Facebook.
Ugh.
It's just because I like to watch the shorts. I don't do I honestly, if I could revert my fucking Facebook back to where all I do is read like my friends and family's statuses or whatever, I'd be fine. I don't want to see all this fucking garbage advertising or these fucking influencers and shit. I don't
What
need
are-
that.
Yeah, that's all social
Instagram
media.
is-
Yep.
Yeah.
Even TikTok now it's all just popular accounts and they're all influencers in some way.
Did you
But-
guys see about that fucking portal they put up in New York?
Yeah.
yeah.
Then they put the trade centers.
And then the
Somebody-
chick
That-
fucking shook or pulled her tits up.
That chick had some nice tits.
Really?
She was an influencer.
They
Was
had to
she?
shut that down too, right? The portal.
That right after
Because
she
of
showed her
fucking-
tits.
Yeah.
But then the Trade Center one
were
too.
nice tits.
That was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was an influencer apparently or a wannabe. Just because you have fucking dude, I got like I think I got like 1,500 friends on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not an influencer, but when you have people, you've got people out there that'll have that many and call themselves influencers.
Yeah.
I think social media and the rise of like influencer culture is one of the worst things
It
that
is.
I truly do believe social media is going to be the downfall of like human civilization.
When I worked at O'Kelly's, the bar, I had a phone call from influencers who said, "Hey, you know, blah blah blah. Can we speak with your manager?" I was like, "No." Well, why? I was like, "Well, because we're not that type of place." Well,
Good.
you know how much more business we could get you? I was like, then why aren't you calling like the Holiday Inn or the Radisson or, you know, the Delta and all these other places? Why aren't you calling them? Why are you calling O'Kelly's? Mm-hmm. You know, and I said, sorry. So later on, this influencer showed up and asked for the manager. So I went and got him. It was fucking Boomer at the time. And Boomer looks at her and fucking laughed and walked in the back. She looked at me. Why was he laughing? He's like, because I told you when you fucking called. That's just dumb. Don't fucking call and expect it.
Yeah, influencers are they're just people looking for handouts, trying to show people how to get handouts from businesses.
Or
that's
look at those other fucking influencers who will see somebody that is paid to, like, say, clean up some shitty graffiti in a yard, or they're trying to rejuvenate, say, like a downtown area in some metropolitan city. And this person might be painting over this fucked up mural.
I know exactly what.
And then this girl said, "Hey, can I help?" And she grabbed it and she posed like she was doing it. They took a picture, handed it back to her, and the dude was like, "What the fuck?" And then she posted that shit on Instagram saying, "Whatever, I'm doing my part to help my community."
Yep, she made this big show about, I'm helping paint to restore the community, and then she posted that first, and then the person who took the video posted, well, here's what actually happened. It was like, she literally pulled up, got out of the car, talked to the guy, grabbed the roller, selfie, and left.
Yep.
And then tried to make it look like she was the one doing the fucking work.
Yep. So, okay.
Fucking people.
We got a little off track,
Oh, that's all right.
like usual.
No,
you guys know what horking is?
Horking?
That's what I always thought.
Kind of
Horked
eating
up a
quickly or
hairball?
greedily.
Oh, horking
Gobble
gums.
down food.
That's not a bad habit. That's a good habit. That's a survival instinct.
That's what they teach you at boot camp.
It's a good habit.
Survive. That's
They teach you in boot camp. You ain't got fucking time. Chow it down, hork it down.
it's part of that old.
Just because of the time, or
They're
it's not good for your body.
No, it ain't good.
No,
for you. But
no.
it's they're. I think what it is because they're teaching you that if you got time to eat, take it. Hurry up, because you might not have time to eat for a while. You might be getting fucking
Yeah.
shot at and shit. So.
Right.
and just from like an evolutionary perspective, it's a lot of animals in the wild. They have tons of offspring, and the ones they fight for all of the meals.
Just kill them.
And it's the strong ones that
Kill 'em.
survive. So
Kill 'em.
that's why it's like,
Kill them.
get in there, fucking eat all you can.
Yep.
That's why Lenny
You got
eats
three-
his
you got-
food so fast.
If you got 3 kids, throw a plate in the middle, and whoever ends up getting the most wins.
It's like, yeah, I
that's my
survival of
favorite.
the
That'd be my
fittest.
favorite
Yep.
child. Then
I had 3 kids. I only wanted one, so
yeah.
Have at it.
And good old Johnny, little Johnny here won. You know? Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, there's like not showering, picking scabs, losing
Yeah.
your temper.
losing your temper is a bad habit. I trust me.
I don't think that-
I know about that.
I don't think that's a
it
bad
really a
habit. though.
habit?
I don't think that's an emotional fucking response.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not being like emotionally mature enough to.
And
think this
again,
is-
I don't even know if picking your scab would be a habit. Because a lot of if you're
Kind of like
if you-
picking your nails.
If you, yeah, but if you're see with a scab though, it itches.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's because it's scarring up.
Yeah.
So that's why
This
I
is a
don't,
good one. Shoplifting.
no, that's just breaking the law. That's not a habit.
Also, that's
Well, I bet it.
if you can get away with it, that's a good habit.
Probably.
That's fiscally
probably-
responsible.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I get you.
Sure, it's another one for the women.
Yeah.
That's kind of their problem.
Did you guys ever? Okay, so maybe it was just me because I knew some shady people back in the day. But back in the day, I'd be like, "Hey, dude, I'll give you 10." But I knew the guy was a thief, and he always showed up with like cigarettes and everything. I'm like, "How?" Oh, I just stole them from this one place. I was like, "Dude,
Yeah, I
give you
stole 'em.
I'll give you $15. You go fucking steal me a carton of Camels." Okay. drove them to this place, Pomida, back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Because they had the cigarette cases right on the backside, so you went through and paid for your shit, and then your cigarettes were behind there. Anybody just walked in, grabbed his shit, and walked out. So, fuck yeah, he walked in there, and motherfucker was taking orders before he walked in. What do you need? What do you need?
He's got a little cigarette booth set up out front.
No, the funny thing was, so like I was the one who got. So he always grabbed mine first. So $15 for mine, and then my other 4 or 5 of my other buddies were like, hey, and he was like, I can only grab 4.
You would pay him $15 to steal a carton.
Yeah, because back then a carton was like $35-$40.
Yeah.
So he was smart. He's like, I can only get 4. So he was making $60. And so he'd make sure I got mine, and he was like, Mikey, you want any? Yeah, I'll take carton.
So he worked there? Or
No,
he just-
fuck no.
Why
He
do they
just
steal a
walked.
carton? Don't they
So
put
what
the
he-
carton?
So what he did, they weren't locked or anything, because back in the
This-
day,
yeah.
when you walked in, you say you were cashing out, right? And before you got all your shit through, you walked over to the wall and you grabbed the card and brought it back and you sat it down.
They wouldn't have it behind the register.
No. Nope. They were right where you...
I remember Pomida was like the perfect place to shoplift from
Yeah.
because it was like the tri-state area's version of Kmart, like just so it was still kind of a small local business type thing.
Right.
None of the people that worked there gave a shit.
Yeah.
And and this was really before the days of good surveillance video.
Yeah. And sorry, we're
a
watching
little
some.
distracted here.
We are watching something that
Some divas, WWE divas.
Yep.
The Godfather. Oh,
Godfather.
it's the Godfather's hose.
Yeah. The hurricane.
The
Was
hurricane. So, anyway, Pomaida was the place to steal from.
Yep. That's where I used to steal baseball cards from and fishing lures from them. Baseball cards and fishing lures.
Oh, God.
Well, the guy had a great side business because it was cigarettes, cassette tapes, and then what else? Actually, I had the motherfucker go in there because they had auto parts in there. I had him go in there and steal me a fucking alternator from my Mustang once. It was crazy. So I don't know if it was a bad habit. He was just good at it, so we didn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
2 years in a row, I bought my mom flowers for Mother's Day from Pomaida.
that's not buying, dude.
And then I learned when she opened them that they were for graveyards.
Yeah, you've told me that before. Yeah.
What?
I didn't. So
Did she know that?
the first time was on me. Okay, I was young. I didn't know what the fuck. It was like, oh, it's Mother's Day. My stepdad gave me like $10. He's like, hey, go buy your mom something for Mother's Day. Okay, I'm like 9 years old. I go to Pomaida because it was just I could walk there from home, and I see this big Mother's Day display, and it had flowers that said "Mom." So I'm like, okay, that's a Mother's Day.
So that's their fault.
I buy that. They open and like, oh, this is so sweet, but this is for like for someone's grave, right? And I was like, I didn't know that. And then
You were 9. You didn't know how to read? What the fuck?
no, I didn't say that though. Like,
Damn Minnesotans.
but then I went and did it again the next year, and then I remembered I was like walking home with the flowers, and I was like, oh fuck.
These are
This is the same thing, isn't it? Oh my god, I'm so. But I was halfway home.
That's why they used to call. In Williston, they used to call Maida paid.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have the grave flowers by the Mother's Day flower. That's
Yeah, it was a whole big fucking display.
Yeah. Christ.
All right.
Drinking coffee, eating fast food.
Yeah. How about
I do. I wasn't a big coffee drinker. I am kind of now. I kind of look forward to it in the morning, and now it's like, well, if I don't have my coffee, I'm one of those guys now.
so? We know that there's a habit that all of us men do that women hate, other than accidentally slipping it in the back door. Accidentally, it's peeing with the seat down because they want it up. And they want us to.
Yeah.
So there's two habits in one. Is we don't put the seat back down, and then the other problem is we pee on the seat.
That's bad. I wouldn't say that's a habit. That's just a error.
No, because of that one. The part of the habit is that you don't lift the seat up.
That's bullshit, though. Who cares? Lift the fucking seat up.
Well, they won't.
How lazy are you? They're lazy. That's their bad habit.
Hey,
Lift the.
hey,
Well, yeah.
put
Why
it
don't
down.
they? Why don't they lift the seat up for us when we go? You know.
hey, ladies, you don't have to worry about that with me, because I sit to pee
Yeah.
at home.
Peeing down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still weird to me.
I'll do it every once in a while.
I'll only do it if the fucking the lights are out.
That's how it started. I would get up in the middle of the night. I didn't want to turn lights on, so I would just
It's
sit
just more
down
comfortable.
and so now it's like makes no difference to me. Like, I'm at home by myself. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking walk around naked. I don't have to pull my pants down.
What about stealing lighters?
Yeah. Fuck. Those are the worst.
I wouldn't look at you and say, because you don't steal my lighter,
I'm
but
checking my pockets.
I'm not going to lie, dude. I'm kind of mad that you haven't been leaving lighters, because me and Kelly have been having to buy our own for a while.
No, that is a problem. I wouldn't say it's a habit. Well, it is a habit, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I don't.
Tell you a bad habit. Serial killing.
I don't know if that's a bad habit.
I mean, it's a good habit if you're good
Because what if
at
you're
doing
Not even
it.
killing, just
But what
serial
if-
killing.
What if you?
Well,
This habit of
look,
killing multiple people.
if killing is a habit, then by definition you're a serial
Yeah.
killer. Then
But
Yeah.
okay, but if you're Dexter and you're killing
bad
killers,
people, then it's good.
yeah. See,
see,
But who
you wanna
decides?
hear something?
Who decides what's good?
Right. That's
That-
why, everybody's like, I love the Boondock Saints. That's my favorite movie. But
It is
that's
a
what
great
that,
movie.
that's because they're killing the bad guys. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You think you're fucking God,
It's
and I'm going to kill the bad people,
It's-
and I'm the fucking...
yeah. It's very easy to make that decision when they're clearly like in that movie, it's the fucking mafia or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're
the Irish mob. I think.
yeah.
Is, yeah.
and they're literal obvious murderers, which in that scenario that's an easy that I understand what you're doing, but as it gets into the more gray areas, well, who says that what you say is right is actually right?
Yeah,
How about
I completely agree.
how about
love that movie,
overzealous
though.
sports fans? Would that be a habit?
No. Well, it depends.
I mean, if
If you're a Philly
is,
fan,
yeah.
if
I
you're a
think,
Philly fan, it's definitely a bad habit.
But I guess what I'm saying is like, so okay, if you're sitting there in a bar, say you're in Minneapolis, watching a Vikings game, and in that fucking place there's some random fucking people. Actually, you were talking about that chick the other night that was watching that basketball when everybody's watching basketball, and
Timberwolves.
the
Okay,
chick started
yep.
fucking.
We're in Fargo, North Dakota, so we're on the border of Minnesota, so there's a lot of Timberwolves fans here. Timberwolves, game 6 against the Nuggets. They have to win or they're out of the playoffs. Haven't been to the Western Conference Finals in 20 years. Timberwolves go on a run in the first quarter, and every time anyone cheers, the lady's going, I don't want to hear it unless I'm a football fan.
Nobody cares.
I don't care unless it's football. Turn this off.
Fucker.
So would that be a bad habit or just a bad attitude?
I think bad attitude.
In her case, it's a bad attitude, but I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
Personally speaking, I think just being an overzealous Viking fan, I think that has negatively affected my life in some ways.
See,
Just because I've dedicated so much time, it's worthless time
but
following the team and cheering for the
Yeah,
team.
but how
could have been
I mean-
doing something else.
But as being an overzealous fan, you think you're overzealous? Me and you have sat there we've been doing this podcast now for 2.5 years. Okay. And me and you have argued over and over about our teams. Our teams aren't even rivals. By the way, we do play preseason this year in Minnesota.
You're fucked. You are
You're going
fucked.
down.
No, I'm just
We're
saying.
gonna stab you to death.
It's in Minnesota. So, anyways, myself, and I'm a huge fan, but I don't think I'm an overzealous fan.
No.
But I'm a fan that will do his best to defend his team. But I also know when my team's fucked up and they did something stupid. A lot of people will look. There's a lot, and when I think of an overzealous fan, I think of them as somebody who will look at all the good and anything that was bad, they blow it off or they'll fucking come up with an
yeah.
excuse for it.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
There's that, and I'll go a little bit further with the overzealousness. It's when fans take it too far and they get physical.
Fights and shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Philly, and I mean,
yeah, that's...
not you and Dan, but Raiders fans
Right.
tend to do that. And
Right.
That's where I think it goes from overzealous. I don't think you're an overzealous fan. I think
You're a
I think-
passionate. You're a passionate.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think you and definitely me for the Timberwolves right now, we're over invested.
Yes.
Yes.
We're not overzealous, we're over invested in it.
Yes. Where it
'Cause-
has negatively affected your life.
Yes.
My life.
Like when they're winning, I'm super happy, but like the other
Yeah.
night when they lost and I was just like, I just
Yeah.
want to die now.
Yeah.
Obviously I don't want to die.
Or just
but,
even the time you spend watching sports and researching sports. And
Yeah.
You could do other things, more productive things
See,
at that time.
and that part is a habit.
Yep.
Is a bad habit. So if you're like spending over, so again, say you were Justin. Let's just put it because you play fantasy football and you've been playing in the same league for how many years?
10.
10 years. Okay. Say you were married.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that you have your fantasy football drafts coming up,
mm-hmm.
but you promised your wife that you would go do this one thing with her,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, "Oh fuck, I can't because I got my draft." And she's like, "Well, you already promised me," and you're like, "Fuck you, I got my draft."
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Well, can't you talk to your guys and be like, push it?"
Yeah, that would be an issue.
Yeah. See, so that's
That would.
again. I don't know if that's. I think that's a bad habit.
You promised your wife auto draft.
Never.
See?
Not in a I would divorce before I do auto draft.
That's it. Then you got a bad
Auto
habit.
draft.
Then you have a bad habit.
So I mean, so the sports thing. Again, another a part of that, the sports side of everything could be a bad habit. Is say rituals that you may have before every game that you watch.
I don't really have any,
See, like some
I know a
people
lot of
do.
people
Like
do.
me,
but
like there for a while, me and my brother would be like, okay, we won the first game. What did we do the same? Oh, okay. Well,
Right.
we were both at the bar. We brought this, we brought
Yeah.
that, and we won.
yeah, I'll do stuff like that
Right.
too. It's
Like-
stupid, but
A couple of years ago, the very first game of the year, me and my brother and another friend of ours showed up at Rookies in West Fargo here, and we brought. I got my signed Darren Waller helmet.
oh yeah,
So we had this in the middle of the table. I was wearing a certain hat. I was wearing my car jersey, and we were at and we lost. I think we lost. It wasn't even it was a close game, but we lost. I believe. And yeah, because then me and Dan are like, okay, well, what do we get? What can we change? Okay, let's try a different bar. I'm going to wear, because I got a different Raiders hat for every day of the week. I'm working on every day of the month now. And I got 3 jerseys, and I got pants, and I got, you've seen all my
Thongs.
fucking hoodies. Oh, duh. I got all this shit. I got Raiders trading coins and this and that I carry with me at times. Okay, let's try this. Okay. And then after like the second, maybe third week, me and my brother look at each other and be like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We can't watch it together. And then they'll win. And they were like, guess we're not watching a fucking game together
Yeah.
because, and then, those can be considered a habit. Mm-hmm. So
it's silly though. I do it too, but
it is silly.
I promised myself after the Wolves loss in 2004 in the Western Conference Finals that I would not wipe my ass again until they made the Western Conference
25
Finals. again.
years
So-
later.
That's what that smells bad.
Yep. So
Your butt
you
look
guys
itchy
better be pulling for the Wolves in Game 7.
Isn't your asshole itchy?
Very itchy.
That's a bad habit.
That's a yeah.
Not
It
wiping.
looks
your
he
ass.
looks like he's got a grapefruit in his pants.
That's why I'm
but,
always I'm always
shifty.
yeah.
Well, so there's a ton of fucking bad habits.
Some of these are dumb.
Oh yeah.
Skipping breakfast.
That's-
By the way, breakfast is not the most important meal
No.
of the day.
No, it's not.
Scientifically, it is.
No way.
I actually-
It gets your body moving, get your brain
it's just
going.
about diet.
No, it isn't about diet.
Yes,
It is.
It doesn't
It's
matter
mostly
when you
It's
eat. It's about what
physically
you
a
eat.
fucking. It's scientifically proven that in order for you body to get ready for the day, you need to consume some fuel.
No, I think that's just that was the ag industry
Yeah.
back in the day
yeah.
trying to
Science is wrong. Sorry.
it's why like they make such a big deal about this food is low fat, this food is low fat, this food is low fat. The actual problem is not fat, it's sugar.
Yeah.
But the sugar industry is lobbied so fucking hard to make it just point at fat. That's the real issue.
I've lost a lot of weight dropping sugar out of my diet,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but I've also lost a lot of weight because I'm eating 3 meals a day, which in turn is giving your body
But what are you
energy, the energy to burn the shit that I need to.
It's about what you eat, not when you
See,
eat.
it is.
because I have a different experience. I'm losing a bunch of weight, and it's because I eat one meal a day.
That's called meth, Lucas.
I eat one meal a day.
Meth and cocaine.
No,
Good
it's
habit.
probably I assume that I have some terrible disease right now that has just not been caught by blood work. 'Cause
called
Not yet.
tapeworm.
maybe. That'd
Granted,
be
I guess if you eat like past 9 p.m., that's not
Well, they
good.
say if you eat, 4 or 6 hours before you go to bed. I'm like, are you shitting me? What about the people that go to bed at 10? Because they got to be up at, say, like 5 or 6 and be to work by 7. So you're telling that motherfucker's got to eat at 4? Before 4 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening?
Yeah.
Fuck that. No.
I don't know.
Bad habits. Oh,
I'll tell you about it.
arguing.
I was just going to say that one.
Arguing is a
Arguing?
bad habit.
It can be.
I try to avoid most
Spirited
arguments.
debate is good.
I know you do.
It just doesn't lead to anything. good.
We've all fucking argued except for you with a certain person that we all know. That we have played trivia with.
Yeah, and him.
Oh yeah, I've argued with you. But that certain person,
He has a bad habit of arguing.
that motherfucker will argue.
Especially if
You
he
could
gets
you could say, dude, the sky is just a beautiful blue today. It's more of a light blue.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking shut up. Ugh. And then,
Watching Seinfeld reruns.
That's a pretty bad habit.
oh, dude,
What's the deal with these reruns?
I have a bad habit with fucking, like, right now. When I go to bed, I have to watch TV. So that's a habit. Well, I don't know if that's a habit or for me, it helps me sleep. But I've been watching, I bet you I've watched every episode of The Big Bang Theory 60 times. Because I'll pull a DVD out, put a new one in before I go to bed.
One thing that really annoys me is just people being late or tardiness, especially if I have an appointment or somebody with them.
Oh, dude.
And it's always the same person. Oh, well, I was doing this, I was doing that. It's almost just like something they embrace as part of their personality. You're like, oh yeah, I'm just who I am.
I'm just always late. Well, then don't be.
You've seen those memes? It says, you know, if you had to bet on, if you were given $10 million, if you could predict the one person that'd be late for a family get together, you get the $10 million if you get the person correctly or whatever it is. Fuck yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. It's my brother. My brother's fucking, and then we called it Grandma Took Time. If we wanted her there at noon, we would tell her to be there at 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because then she'd show up at
I think
noon.
all three of us are pretty good with,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to like showing up here, you'll say 2:33. So I'll aim for the later,
Right.
You know, around then.
Right.
When it comes to like a family get together or something, and they say, "Oh, we're gonna eat around 1," I'll be there at 12.
Yeah.
And then 1 o'clock rolls around, nobody else is there.
yeah.
It's just me and my parents who are cooking. And
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, habits are bad. Depending, well, they got good habits. They got bad habits. What about jerking off in public?
Yeah, you just shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah, but I mean,
Who was that one guy that Coney? Remember? Oh God, it was like
talking about Pee Wee Herman?
No.
The jerk who got
a
caught
guy
jerking
that
off
in San
a
Francisco
porn theater?
naked fucking.
what?
Coney something.
You can't get in trouble in San Francisco for anything anymore.
Coney.
Coney 2020, 2012.
I'm telling you, you just can't get in trouble in fucking California for much other than being a serial killer. But if you have a good reason for it, I'm sure California will let you get away with it.
I might be thinking of something else here.
I'm just saying, I really, really think that's how it goes.
You thinking of the Nathan's hot dog eating contest at Coney Island?
No.
Shut up.
I'd have to do more research.
How about, sorry, but
I gotta
since
Google
Lucas,
guy jerking off in San Francisco.
Well, that's in the internet search history now.
Now, I got to tell you something. This was the most fucked up thing I'd seen. It was on Twitter the other day. Or X. And there was this video of this old guy. So the guy probably had dementia of some sort. But he was at a fucking gas station. He had he had a nozzle up his ass.
The fuck?
He had his pants were down around his ankles. He had his nozzle up his ass. And he was jerking off.
Jesus.
And somebody's sitting there recording this. I'm like, why would that be something you want to record? But then the guy turned over and he looked and he seen it and he fucking licked over his dick. I don't know what ended up.
Oh, shit, someone's here.
Yeah, this
saw me.
Yeah.
No, I was just filling my car with gas.
Yeah, but no, seriously, he had a fucking. I'm like, are you shitting me?
People are just fucked up.
Yep.
They really are.
So, but see, again, masturbating in public, kind of frowned upon.
Kind of.
But he was also, is it frowned upon because he was jerking off in public or that he had the nozzle in his butt?
Mm-hmm. Boofing. Bad habit.
Depending what you're boofing.
Yeah, it does depend.
Yeah, if you're boofing, what, broccoli? That's just good.
Hey,
Good for you.
some medications have to be boofed.
Oh, well.
Ever had a suppository?
It's called semen. I mean, suppository.
It's called semen.
You ever had a semen pository?
I have not. Well, step into my office.
Just let you know, you're going to feel 2 arms on your shoulders and a little bit of pressure.
Little,
So,
not much pressure.
not much.
Not much. Not much. Yep.
Anyway, gentlemen, we have a bad habit of going over our time. That's not a bad habit. Fuck it. Fuck them.
Yep.
So anyway,
If we go over it, usually means it's a good episode.
yeah, usually. So Justin, you have anything you'd like our people to know?
Woo!
Oh,
Go Wolves. Wolves in 7.
What? Oh, well.
Mama, there goes that man.
Mama, there goes that man.
Well, I'm just going to make sure that anybody knows that, check us out on YouTube, check us out on Spotify, anywhere you can find our podcast. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, notifications, listen to us, and rate us when you get a chance.
And if there's still a Pomida near you,
Go steal some
steal
shit.
whatever you want from
Yeah,
it.
go steal a bunch of shit. All right, we'll see you guys next week.